Thank you for joining us on KTN Prime this evening. I was just listening into your story and listening to several members of parliament. It is very clear that some are ready to defy party positions. I was listening into TJ Kajwang, and he was saying that the minority leader is trying to intimidate him. So we're sort of looking at a quote-unquote showdown on Thursday, aren't we?
Yes, and precisely on what transpired on the floor of the House this afternoon, majority of the members that spoke were from the NASA, or the minority coalition in the National Assembly. We did not hear many of the voices from the Jubilee Party, but out in the morning, many of the Jubilee Party members that I was with in Parliament from as early as 9 who declined to attend the party's PG, we thought that they would also rise to the occasion, but we do understand that they were given a serious dress down at State House and why they have to toe the party line, and maybe that informs why many of them were not that pronounced on the floor of the House. But it was surprising for the NASA ones because they just come from a parliamentary group meeting at Orange House that was chaired by their leader, Raila Odinga. But when they were openly telling the speaker that they are receiving intimidation from their whip or their minority leader in the House, it was telling, of course, the NC member for Emuhaya, Omboko, Jeremiah Milemba, saying that now they want the voting to be public in full glare of the cameras for the Kenyans to see who is for them, who is against them. So that sort of paints a picture on what we do expect. And of course, Homa Bay Town MP Peter Kaluma saying that the public knows that they've been recalled to act on that VAT, and they wanted to do it, if possible, this afternoon. So it paints a picture on maybe what we do expect finally on Thursday, when now the members congregate in the whole House to vote on that particular aspect, Linda.
So I know there are meetings that are scheduled for tomorrow. Could you take us through what exactly is expected to happen tomorrow? Because I know that there are some leaders who are not very happy. Some of them are disappointed with some of the decisions that have been made.
Yes, tomorrow basically what will happen is the Budget and Appropriations Committee, led by Kikuyu Member of Parliament Kimani Ichung'wah, will now have to receive CS for Treasury Henry Rotich, who will come and take them through the proposed budget cuts. Remember, in the statement that we've seen that was in the proposal that has been tabled, the CS says that at least they'll be able, with the proposed cuts, they'll be able to slash the original budget by 1.8%. That is an equivalent of about 55.1 billion. And therefore, he'll be taking them through the budget committee on the proposed cuts that have to be effected. But interestingly, all committee chairs have been invited, except 3, that is for the 2 oversight committees, that is the PSC and PIC, and that of the special funds, which elicited some uproar because some are saying that they are the ones that should have been called because they know the loopholes or some of the areas where money gets lost or money is not effectively utilized. But they were given a dress down by the majority leader, who says that those committees, they are the only ones in the House that for 1 year that they've been in Parliament, they've never tabled a single report, despite the grillings that they conduct in open committees before the media every now and then. So some issues also played out maybe on the effectiveness on some of the committees, particularly the oversight ones. But that said and done, tomorrow all the committee chairs except those 3 will also be part of the team that will be with the Budget and Appropriations Committee as the CS Treasury takes them through on the proposed cuts that I've said, according to him, or rather according to the government, they'll be able to trim the original budget by at least 55 billion shillings.
Okay. Duncan Haimba from our City Center studio, thank you.